When you build a house, you generally expect the foundation to be solid before you start, I don't know, installing high-tech gadgets in the living room.
Yeah, ideally, you definitely want that foundation secure.
Right. But looking at the sources for today's deep dive, we are seeing this massive political storm where well, a termite-infested local foundation is just crashing right into a completely chaotic national roof. We're unpacking a sprawling exam cheating scandal and some really intense cabinet infighting, and it is all hitting right at the 3-month mark of this administration.
It is such a volatile mix right now. I mean, on one hand, you have this deeply rooted corruption at the local government level, and on the other, there's this frantic scramble at the national level to just, prove basic competence.
And they are just colliding in real time. So let's start with that crumbling foundation. We are looking at a shocking revelation here. 3,621 local civil servants are facing immediate termination. But how they got there is what really caught my eye. The cheating was actually traced back to altered flash drives.
Yeah, the corrupted flash drives. Like, how exactly does a flash drive help you cheat on a civil service exam? Were they smuggling in answer keys or, I don't know, hacking the grading system? Well, it basically comes down to manipulating the digital infrastructure of the testing process itself. These corrupted drives were used to secretly load answer keys or even just bypass the local grading software entirely.
Wow. So they just hotwired the test.
Exactly. But the real issue isn't even just the tech. It is the financial network behind it. Suspects are actively paying bribes, like right now, of 300,000 to 500,000 baht just to get their names erased from the suspect list.
That is insane. It's like a giant game of whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
And the academics in our sources point out this massive legal loophole allowing all of this to thrive, which is that there is no specific criminal law for cheating on these local exams. The only penalty is failing the test.
Right, which is barely a penalty at all.
Exactly. That is like getting caught robbing a bank, but your only punishment is that you just have to give the money back. Of course they're going to keep trying. Why hasn't this loophole been closed?
Basically because for decades, local exam cheating has just been treated as a minor administrative infraction rather than a severe criminal offense. It is this huge bureaucratic blind spot.
So why the sudden crackdown now?
What's fascinating here is that the national government is suddenly treating it as a top priority. They just brought in the deputy permanent secretary, a guy known as Sembe, who is specifically known as a bureaucratic fixer, to clean it up.
Right, and appointing him bypasses the notoriously rigid seniority ladder of the Interior Ministry.
Yeah, which tells us the government is in full panic mode.
But I have to ask, is this sudden crackdown actually about rooting out systemic corruption? Or is it just political theater? Because it kind of feels like the administration is just desperate for a quick win to look tough.
I think that is exactly the bridge to the national crisis. The central government is terrified. They are under immense pressure to show undeniable results before the upcoming no-confidence debates.
Ah, the no-confidence debates.
Yeah.
So they need points on the board.
Exactly. They know their national-level projects are stumbling, so they are aggressively cracking down on local issues to score easy political points.
Okay, let's unpack this national stumbling, because that explains the absolute chaos we are seeing in the cabinet. The sources highlight political scientists calling the prime minister the carry, like in gaming, the one doing all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, carrying the whole team.
Right. Carrying these inexperienced, newly appointed ministers, they have dubbed Lukthep, or child gods, like panicked students turning in half-baked homework just to meet the PM's KPIs.
It is a perfect analogy. These child god ministers are totally failing to hit their key performance indicators, and the policies are just crumbling under the pressure of these rushed deadlines.
The prime example in our stack is that 1.6 billion baht AI passport project. It is getting heavily criticized because it is actually performing worse than free AI versions available online.
Which is a really tough look for the administration.
Right, you spend over 1 billion baht, and the result is essentially a broken smart home system. And that has to cause some serious friction.
Oh, absolutely. When expensive projects like that flop, the pressure cooker just explodes into inter-party drama. We are seeing a full-blown slogan war between the coalition factions trying to shift the blame.
Yeah, and just to impartially report exactly what both sides are saying in the sources here, you have the Bumjaitai party calling the Democrats good only at talking, and then the Democrats fired right back at Bumjaitai's say and do slogan, labeling their policies as outright failures.
They are really tearing each other apart over these botched rollouts.
So with all this infighting, is a looming 6-month cabinet reshuffle just a mathematical certainty at this point?
Well, it really comes down to basic political math. The leading party now holds 192 MPs. So they have the numbers to survive, sure, but only if they produce results before those debates.
Because the KPIs aren't just corporate jargon here.
Right, they're actual survival metrics. If these underperforming new ministers can't deliver, they will likely be ousted to protect the broader coalition.
Wow. Okay, so pulling this all together for you listening, right now Thai politics is caught between this desperate scramble to clean up local corruption for good PR and a national leadership that is struggling to launch even basic digital infrastructure.
Which leaves you with a really urgent question to ponder. If a highly publicized 1.6 billion BAT tech project like the AI passport can flop so spectacularly just because politicians rush to meet a KPI, what does this actually mean for the vetting and security of the government's future digital initiatives, the ones that will actually hold our personal data?